Hi everyone, my name is Benson. I am representing the University of Arizona as the president of the University of Arizona. And Sean Miller, the head basketball coach, has been accused of providing illegal payments to a player known as DeAndre Ayton, who at the time was a prospective player, which violates NCAA regulations. The crisis occurred on February 24th, 2018. The crisis briefing statement was executed by Sean Miller, the head basketball coach, on March 1st, 2018. Coach Miller is the most qualified person to address this subject since he is a major link between the investigation and the University of Arizona basketball team. Not only does he represent the university, he also has a significant amount, of support amongst the Arizona region due to his popularity. In his statement, Coach Miller explicitly denies the accusations which have tarnished his legacy. He also attacked the accusers and questioned their legitimacy and statement accuracy. Multiple times during the statement, Coach Miller states that he is outraged by the statements which have impacted him, his family, and his players. The weaker part of this particular crisis briefing was on behalf of the university. There was no statement regarding pending suspension of either Coach Miller or the alleged player DeAndre Ayton. This action raised skepticism within the college basketball community since there were zero consequences. Overall, the University of Arizona handled the crisis relatively well. This hypothetical briefing date is March 1st, 2018. The NCAA is arguably one of the more disliked organizations nationwide. Their constant rulemaking and huge profit margins create a dynamic where college sports fans do not always agree with what the NCAA stands for and its policies. With this in mind, I have constructed a statement which restores the University of Arizona's image predominantly by shifting the blame to the NCAA. I value this as the most efficient and influential image restoration technique because the pre-existing negative opinion of the NCAA is relatively easy to be a scapegoat. Also, I use corrective action during this because at the end of the speech, we discuss something that could be used in order to change the current dynamic. All right, so I am going to start my speech now. There have been recent FBI allegations against our school's basketball program with explicit details which have connected Coach Miller to NCAA violations. As I have said in the past statements regarding the NCAA, we ask you to refrain from judgments and preconceived dispositions as we launch an internal investigation into the NCAA accusations, Coach Miller's involvement, as well as any knowledge on whether or not DeAndre Ayton was involved. Let me start the statement by providing an overview of the ongoing investigation. In 2016, I was notified by my staff that an NCAA investigation would be conducted. It has recently come to my attention that the NCAA investigation has evolved into a formal FBI investigation focusing on college athletics, more specifically college basketball. According to reports from FBI personnel leaked by ESPN, since September 2016 to March 1st, 2018, there have been nearly 3,000 hours of phone conversations seized, which may have potentially incriminating evidence. Accusations have been made nationwide concerning a lack of academic enforcement, sexual misconduct, as well as student-athlete payment, which have all been cited in this report. DeAndre Ayton, amongst other listed in the report, is at the heart of the investigation for reportedly taking $100,000 prior to his commitment to the University of Arizona. Allegedly, Coach Miller was directly involved in this transaction, according to ESPN's Mark Schlereth, which was uncovered during the unlawful wiretapping of Coach Miller's personal home. We have worked with each other for 10 years, and I can honestly say that he is one of the most humble and honest men I have ever been able to work with. Adversity has been presented, and it is my job as the president of this fine institution to restore its reputation and clear the names of those accused. We have already seen these effects hit big universities like Michigan State, Cincinnati, and Louisville, and we will not be adding the University of Arizona to that list anytime soon. The NCAA and the University of Arizona have had trying times, which has placed me in this position to talk about the future of the university and our basketball program. The media claims are not accurate. DeAndre Ayton committed to the University of Arizona in September of 2016. The FBI's wiretapping intelligence regarding Sean Miller has dates ranging from June 2017 to September of 2017, according to the United States Attorney's Office. It's not possible for DeAndre Ayton and Coach Miller to be associated with the alleged conversations, as the account was off by almost half a year. Since this report has been neither precise nor correct, we cannot take it to be accurate. ESPN has had to change their timeline from their initial publishing, and this only destroys the credibility of the allegations. It is clear that there is not a strong argument against our basketball program. The University of Arizona is being unjustly targeted by the NCAA. Yahoo News reported a number of high-profile recruits and universities that have been listed in the report, and not just the University of Arizona. Current NBA players Dennis Smith received $73,000 to take his talents to North Carolina State. Markelle Fultz, who is the first pick, received $10,000 to play at the University of Washington. The NCAA does not have the power to conduct these federal investigations. They are a private association, and because they are a private association, they do not have the power to wiretap. The FBI obtained intelligence unethically regarding Coach Miller's phone conversations. As far as the university is concerned, there has been no violation of federal law, which means that there cannot be a federal search and seizure conducted. The NCAA needs to have a change in order to have an impact in our nation. It's time to transition from the NCAA traditionalist point of view to the progressive NCAA. Traditional NCAA point of view has its root in student-athlete equality. Students are awarded scholarships based on their skill or intelligence, which enables them to attend college. This cuts down the debt tremendously and leads for a more educated workforce, and the majority of people, this is great. The top 5% of students are not awarded justly for their contributions. The Peyton Manning and Shaquille O'Neals of the world bring in far more value than their scholarships are worth. The NCAA has close to $1.1 billion in annual revenue during its 2017 fiscal year, according to an audited financial statement from the association. High energy and athleticism creates a demand for entertainment, and the demand for entertainment leads to more money. Andre Ayton is one of these top 5 players. DeAndre Ayton is also referred to as a unicorn and is guaranteed to be the top 5 in this year's draft. Compensation based on market demands needs to be implemented. Superstar performers make millions for their entertainment value, and these performers and music and actors just make a lot of money. Last year, Ariana Grande hauled in $58 million at the age of 22, which is only 2 years older than DeAndre Ayton. Players need to be paid what they are worth and not continue to be extorted for athletic abilities. People have suggested that the University of Arizona does not run a clean program, but this is entirely false. Coach Miller has made it clear in his statements that he is complying with the ongoing investigation. Any and all questions are going to be answered with complete transparency. All past NCAA violations have been handled promptly with the University of Arizona. We here at the University of Arizona will not allow our reputation to be tarnished in the hands of the NCAA, the media, and ESPN. If we want to have college sports in the United States of America, then we need to fix the NCAA. I know Coach Miller, his family, and his players have deeply been impacted by recent events, and adversity has been presented to us which we need to solve. Thank you.